This story has two messages, one apparent and one hidden. Can you figure them both out? Over 50% of first marriages end in a divorce. Non-stop arguing, not a single ounce of remorse. Unfortunately, a lot of parents neglect their kids. Bickering makes them forget what responsibility is. That's the situation in the story you're about to hear. 12-year-old Matt stuck in the middle of hate and tears. Now what's a kid of that age expected to do? He comes directly home from school and locks himself up in this room. Runs upstairs, completely ignoring his mother. She doesn't care, so they don't even speak to one another. Dreading the decrease in minutes until his father comes from a terrible job, arriving to an unhappy home. Matt's parents can't even calmly communicate. He can't recall the last time they went on a date. The starting parts of a separation are always hard. Matt's method of coping is leaving his body scarred.
What's that metronome I hear? Perhaps the end is drawing near. You never hear the shot that takes you, shot that takes you, shot that takes you down.
He was utterly blindsided, never saw it coming. His father promised him that he would always love his mother. And after a while of thinking about it, Matt made a conclusion. They don't talk to me, so I must be the reason why they do this. In a couple of weeks, the divorce will be finalized. Matt begs and pleads, tears flowing out his eyes. And yet the parents continue to ignore him, unable to face the greatest problem standing before them. They don't have the family dinners he loved anymore. 2 knocks means that his food is left at the door. Matt waits for his parents to leave and grabs the food. He's alienated and has no clue what to do. After about 3 days, he has no will to see food in his sight, vomiting every single thing he eats. Maybe money's the issue, I'll do whatever to help. I can be of some assistance if I starve myself.
What's that metronome I hear? Perhaps the end is drawing near. You never hear the shot that takes you, shot that takes you, shot that takes you down.
The first week past, Matt's mother gets a call from his teacher explaining to her that something is wrong. His mother asks, what's the problem? Is it with his grades? The teacher retaliates, he hasn't eaten in days. He told me of the divorce you're in the middle of. You're unknowingly forgetting him and showing him love. I'd recommend thinking of him in this rough time. I don't need you telling me how to raise my child. Later, Matt comes home to see both of his parents are waiting for him patiently. His father says, I hear what you've been doing all week. You're not leaving this room until you have some food to eat. Matt refuses, but his dad doesn't have the patience. He picks him up by the collar, shoves the plate in his face, and viciously slaps him across the face a number of times. Screaming and hollering, him and his mother start to cry.
What's that metronome I hear? Perhaps the end is drawing near. You never hear the shot that takes you, shot that takes you, shot that takes you down.
Matt's dad snaps out of it, puts him on the ground, crying over him like, son, please forgive me now. He pushes him away and yells, I'm tired of this. It's my fault you argue all the time, I'm sick of it. I stopped eating to hopefully help you both. A mom and dad should be happy living together at home. But I see that I'm the problem, so I promise I'll take care of it. And maybe then you two can be together again. An hour passes, Matt's trapped himself in this room. His parents are contemplating over what they should do. We're the problem and we both need to talk to him. Make him understand that it's us and we're not faulting him. Matt, can you come out here? No response. Matt, are you listening to me? No response. It didn't take them long to see that something was up. But when they got in this room, they were left in shock.
What's that metronome I hear? Perhaps the end is drawing near. You never hear the shot that takes you, shot that takes you, shot that takes you down.
Matt killed himself, put a scarf around his head, tied it to a ceiling fan, jumped in it, snapped his neck. Not a suicide note for them to find here. Only thing he left behind was a face of dried tears. His mother fell to her knees, screaming all that she could. Matt, no, if I could change things I would. His father cries, we've been caught up in other stuff, and now our beautiful son is dead because of the both of us. No one wants to see a sad kid take his life, but it's true, this happens in everyday lives. Houses are filled with hatred when they should be filled with smiles, forcing another, taking life from an innocent child. Hopefully the song hits somebody's mind to never neglect family no matter what problems arise. People ask why this was sad from the beginning, cause in reality stories of this stature lack a happy ending.